Hey crafty friends, today we are making a Hanukkah card for today's holiday card series project. And we're going to be using the big Hanukkah word stamp and die sets from Simon Says Stamp. Here's the die set. Some Simon Says Stamp ink as well. And a little heat embossing. So we're going to be using Night, Dusk, and Sky, Aster, Pansy, and Petunia. So we're going to do a little ink blending. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing we are going to do is we are going to ink blend our panel. So I've got a piece of Hammer Mill 120-pound cardstock. And let me grab my sticky mat. So I'm going to start with the lightest color, which is Sky. And I'm going to come up from the bottom with it. I'm just going to add my ink to the blending brush. I'm coming in off one corner and coming up. I will end up cutting this down. So I'm just going to continue ink blending. I will meet the other side with the purple family. And we're going to come in with dusk as I get ink all over me. So I'm going to emboss this also. And we are going to do a little heat embossing as well. I keep bringing that gradient up just a little bit, letting it blend together. I actually forgot I had these blending brushes. But since I am cleaning the craft room and redoing it, moving things around, I found them again. I'm going to come in with, this is Night. It's the darkest of the blues family in this particular set. It's the first time I've actually tried their Pawsitively saturated inks. And they're not bad. All right, now we're going to switch to the purples. And we're going to come down from the top with those. And I'm going to start with the lightest color, which is Petunia. These are more on the dusty, muted side. But I thought they would be great for a Hanukkah card. Nice wintry feel. I'm going to bring this down. Okay, I'm going to come in with Pansy, which is the next shade in that family. Just keep bringing that down. Then our blend together. I guess I'm going to need to order the re-inkers for these because Rick forgot. And I really just wanted to test them out to see how I liked them before I ordered the re-inkers. These are a soft foam pad. They're not like the firm foam pads that I really like. These are more on the spongy side. It's the spongy pads. Like your Concord and Ninth inks, if you've not tried those, or if you're in Stampin' Up, they're like their ink pads. It's that same sponge feel. All right, put that away. Now I'm going to take and spritz the back with a little water because I'm going to emboss this with the Twinkle Snowflake embossing folder from Simon Says Stamp. Just put that in there, and then I will run that through. Let's make sure we're nice and straight. Pull the embossing machine in. I do have a platinum sticks on order. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. I can't wait to get that. That was a treat that I purchased for myself. Or actually, yeah, we purchased it for myself. My embossed background. Now we're going to bring that mat back in. We're going to add a little bit more color. This time I'm just going to come in with the darkest color of each one of those color families. So this is the Aster. I'm just going to lightly just glaze over our snowflakes. Just want to catch the embossed areas. And just a little bit more to them. All right, we're going to come back on the other side with our Night. I had to think for a minute, which one's the darkest one? I'm going to do that same thing lightly, very light-handed, which I know is hard for me. But I do really just want to hit that embossing. I really want those snowflakes to pop. We'll peel this up. I'm going to set that to the side to dry for a little while. Okay, now we are going to do our sentiment. I got a mini Misty from a Black Friday deal. I'm going to go ahead and prep this navy cardstock. I'm going to do a little heat embossing. Little stars and snowflakes. Little Star of David. My plan is to use these as like little embellishments. Go ahead and put down our Happy Hanukkah. I'm going to stamp this in embossing ink. This is from Simon Says Stamp. And this is an older pad. So we're going to stamp it a couple times. Or maybe not. A scratch paper. And I'm going to cover this with some polished silver superfine embossing powder from Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those images out with their matching dies. So I'm cleaning and reorganizing. I mentioned that in the beginning. I will do a video of that, of the finished product, after I get done, probably in the new year. But as I've been cleaning up, I have found so much stuff that I had forgotten I had, or that I had lost. I found rows of tape, dies that I was missing. I found a stamp set, some ribbon. Found that 2 rows of ribbon, one last night, one today. Okay, now we're going to cut our panel down a little bit. I'm going to cut this down to 3 1/4. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that down for the inside of my card as well. Okay, I have my card base, my cut down panel. This is going to be for inside. I've got a 2 1/2 inch circle. So we're going to go ahead and layer our pieces together. I'm going to start off by adding my little piece strip for the inside. I want to add some splatters to that. Had to go hunt down a box. I saved this one the other day just for this. So I've got picket fence spray stain. And I'm just going to add some snow or flicks of that on there. And then I'm going to dry that. I'm going to add some perfect pearls to that also. So I'm going to pick up a little bit, put it into my little palette. Add a little water. Mix that up. Add some more little glistening snow in there. Because this is going to be a fairly simple card. I'm going to vary the splatter. Slide that out of the way. Okay, let's finish drying our project. All right, we'll go ahead and add this to our card base. So again, this is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm just going to line that up. And I want to leave a 1/2 inch on both sides. and then flush at the top and bottom. And we'll save that for something else. We're going to add our sentiment, or our circle, I'm sorry. Just going to pop that down, and I'm going to put it about right in there. Now I did cut my sentiment. I cut 2 extra layers from white. That way I could stack them. So I'm going to grab my tweezers. I like how the Simon Says Stamp sentiment dies cut really close to the sentiment. That way I don't have to have any extra dimension. I can just attach it. I always appreciate when companies do that with their dies. Line that up. And we'll go ahead and add that. And we'll go ahead and add our menorah. And then we will add our other pieces as our little embellishments. Grab my pickup tool. Then my little Star of David, I'm going to add with a foam dot. I've got some of the Simon Says Stamp little foam dots. So I'm going to add one of the mini ones right behind there. It's the low profile foam dots. I caught these on sale during Black Friday. So I snagged some up. Put that right there. All right, here's a closer look at my card. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you're probably going to like the one coming up next. I will see you over there.